Okay, let's see. Let's see. Let me see. Let's see. Here we go. All right, yeah, we got sound. Okay, what's going on, family? I appreciate all of you for tuning in. 90 Days of Value, day 56. Live 56 days straight. 90 Days of Value. For those of you who don't know who I am, I'm Mr. Kingdom Cash Charles Dyson, 39 years old, 10 children, haven't worked a traditional job since April of 2013, and been fortunate enough to help many people around the world retire in less than 365 days with the information that I have, that I share. And, you know, these 90 days, I decided to go live and share some of the mental shifts that took place in my life that led to financial elevation. And it's been power packed, power packed information every single day for 55 days straight. And today, day 56, will be no different. All right. So, the topic today: what won't you accept? What won't you accept? Um, and this is really, really, really simple. I talk a lot about decision making. I talk a lot about, um, the path to creating a better life is making better decisions in the present. Make better decisions in the present. String together good decisions, and your life will change. You will elevate, right? Listen to the right people. Surround yourself with the right people, right? And work with the right people, right? And it's all intentional, it's all on purpose. And when it comes to elevation, when it comes to building a life, creating the life that you really desire, there's a line that needs to be drawn in the sand. Point blank, period. There has to be things, methods of operation, ways of behaving, right? Behavior patterns, a set of beliefs, right? A decision. And I made this decision in 2012, right? Up until that point, for 5 years, I was trying different things. And how many of you guys understand you don't change your life by trying things? You really don't. There has to be a quality decision that's made. Whatever you decide to do, that thing, you are going to do it until you get a result, period. You don't try things. Successful people don't try to do anything. They make a decision. That's the difference between people who are elevated and people who don't. People who join different things and people who make a decision to lead and make a decision to win, right? And do whatever it takes, right? And a lot of that has to do with listening to the right people, getting the right information, and applying that information in a compressed period of time, right? That's what it takes. But there has to be a line drawn in the sand. Like I said, I did this in 2012. I decided to stop trying and to just do, to win. And a part of that decision is just a part of that decision making process is understanding what you will not accept any longer. I will not accept mediocre results any longer. I will not accept, you know, a a short period of time where I'm dedicated, and then once the mood leaves, the mood to actually win, once it's mundane, the excitement won't, you won't let it die. You won't let the vigor in which you approached what you decided to do, you won't let it die. You stay excited. And I talked about this previously as well. um understanding how to set a goal that's meaningful, that has a strong reason why, that propels you towards it instead of having to be pushed and motivated every day to do what you know you need to do. There's a difference. There is a clear difference. Nobody has to wake me up and motivate me to do what I need to do. Nobody has to give me a motivational talk to get me to get in the mood to go do what I already know I need to do. I set the goal. I have the vision. Nobody has to motivate me to go after it. It's mine. I took possession of it. I own it, right? I'm running towards it every single day, right? Consistency is a superpower. You've heard me say that over and over again. Consistency is a superpower. But along with setting that goal that will propel you, right? Having that reason why that will propel you. When you draw that line in the sand, there has to be some things that you've accepted in your life previously, the version of you that accepted failure, that accepted subpar results, that accepted things inside of the confines of your life, right? The construct of your life, working 5 days a week, only having 2 days off, right? Going to work when you're tired, going to work when you're sick, like certain behaviors that you've accepted in your life that you are leaving behind. Some things you just can't accept anymore. Now, am I saying that it's not, you got to go from, the way life is to this new life immediately, and you have to be irresponsible in your decision making? Am I saying that it's good to just go ahead and quit your job, go from where you are financially to zero income to go chase this dream? No, 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 no. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying things need to be done in decency and in order. I'm saying that a mental decision needs to be made to elevate, but I'm also saying that there is some things that you just will not accept characteristic wise. You you're setting a standard, a new standard for yourself that's higher, that you will not capitulate, you will not reason with yourself to behave the way you've been behaving, but you're going somewhere. It's the small stuff that ends up being very, very, very big. Deciding to be on time to wherever you have to be, whether it's a Zoom call or it's a physical location, you just never will be late. Never. You're going to be there, right? You're going to be there ahead of time, right? When your coach or your mentor gives you something to do, you don't think the minimum. What's the least I can do? What's the least I can invest? What's the least amount of work that I can do? Getting out of that mentality and transferring over to, this is the question you should be asking. What's the maximum impact that I can make? What's the maximum result that I can get? Not the minimum. We're leaving minimum thinking behind. Right? I love this exercise. This will crystallize the point. Whenever I'm talking to somebody and I'm coaching, and I ask them, okay, so tell me what you want. If there's not an immediate response, right, with clear articulation, a clear expression of exactly what that person wants, if it's not instantaneous, if they got to think, nobody's ever asked me that question before. Why does somebody have to ask you the question for you to start thinking about it? We're so conditioned to just do what's expected instead of thinking about what it is that we really want to do with our time. You do know time represents life, right? Your life is made up of seconds, minutes, hours, days, weeks, months, years, decades. This is what life is made up of. If you're not thinking about what you want to do with your time, you're not thinking about your life. What what is it that you truly want. You need to define that down to the smallest detail. And once you know what that is, you will not negotiate with yourself to lower the bar. No, you're going to reach and meet the expectations that you have set for yourself. This is what I'm explaining is called self-direction. You don't need to be motivated to do what you know you need to do. I don't need a motivational talk. I don't need anybody to tell me that I should care more, that I should approach things with the spirit of excellence. I have a high expectation of myself, and I don't negotiate with myself to meet those expectations. I decided to go live 90 days straight. I don't need anybody to tell me what to talk about or what to do. Like, it's my decision. I know exactly where I want to take my brand, my business. I know exactly what I'm aiming for. You can't hit a target you never set. How do you play a dart game without a target? How do you take your life a dart? Would you ever get on a boat with a captain that doesn't have a heading? That doesn't make sense. Would you ever get on a plane with no destination? Eventually, it's going to run out of gas and do what? You're the captain of your life. You're on a plane going nowhere. Make that make sense. That's literally what it is when you are living life without goals, going year after year without a target. The scariest thing in the world is when you realize it's 2025 and 2025 looks exactly like 2017 looked. And you're living the same year over and over again with the same problems, the same constraints, and no solutions and no movement towards what it is that you want. And somebody else is directing your time and you're not taking control of anything. And there should be some type of progression, some type of growth. Billions of people live their life that way with no progression, no growth whatsoever. And then when they sit down and think about it, when we sit down and think about it, they wonder, why is my life not going the way I want it to go? Because you never took control of your time. You never took control of what you wanted to do with it. You don't listen to anybody. You don't have no mentorship. You submit yourself under no instructions. How can, watch this, how can you go somewhere you've never been before? You don't even know the path that needs to be traveled. But when it comes to making the decision to go higher, yeah, that line needs to be drawn in the sand. You need to raise the expectations that you have for yourself. Raise the expectations that you have for yourself and simultaneously decide what you will not accept from you anymore. The version of you that got these results that you don't like, in order to not get those results anymore, you must change. And there's things that you negotiate with yourself that has led to the results that you've gotten, that you got to draw that line in the sand and say, I'm not crossing back over to that version of myself ever again. You have set expectations of yourself and a list of things that you will not accept from yourself any longer. It was real simple for me. I'm not losing anymore. Period. I know I knew what that felt like. I know what that path looks like. It looks like this. Watch this, starting things and then stopping. That's a simple one. When I looked around and I look at successful people and I look at everybody else, one thing successful people do very well, right? And I learned this in a book called Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. You read that book, it says that successful people make up their mind quickly, and they're very slow to change it. Why? Because successful people are decisive. They decide. They decide quickly. They know it. And the reason why they're able to do that is because they know what they want. They know where they're going. So it's easy to recognize something that's for me. And it's also easy to recognize all the things that sound great, but it's not in alignment with where I'm going. So I'm not saying yes to every single thing that comes my way. I'm not saying yes to all the things that come across my desk. I'm focused. I know exactly where I'm going. I have a heading and I know what it looks like to get there. Therefore, I can easily identify things that agree with my direction versus things that don't agree with my direction. I start and I never stop. This February 6, 2017, I made a decision. I will learn how to trade. That was February 6, 2017. What am I still doing on November 30th, 2025? I'm still trading. Because it was not a decision that I made, right, that wasn't in alignment with where I wanted to take my life. I know what it looks like. I know what the destination looks like. I know where I'm going. So when that decision was made, almost 9 years later, I'm still moving in that direction. And I'm way further than I was now. I'm way further than now today than I was when I first started on February 6, 2017. And one of the decisions that I made, one of the things that I will not accept is starting something and not seeing it through. I don't quit. The quitter in me died in 2012. I don't quit. I don't stop. Don't negotiate with myself when I make a decision. I decide where I'm going and then I go that direction because consistency is a superpower. Most people, when you look around, they aren't consistent. That's why in this generation it's easy. It's not hard to win. Be more consistent than everybody else. The success isn't bestowed upon the people who start. Success is not bestowed upon the people who start. Success does not fall into the lap of people just because they made a decision. No, you have to have staying power, consistency. It doesn't mean you got to run as fast as you possibly can down the road, right? Yeah, success loves speed, but success also loves consistency. So you may not be the fastest, and that's okay. You may not get the results as fast as people to the left or the right of you. That's okay too. Comparison is the thief of all joy. You're not looking at the success of other people to compare yourself. You're looking at the success of other people as evidence that you can do it too. They're not better than you just because they're further than you. Comparison is the thief of all joy. No, that's not why you're seeing it. You're seeing the success of others so you can build your belief in yourself that you can do it too. And all you got to do is keep moving down that path. But there's things that, like I said, I just decided I'm not losing anymore. That's what I won't accept. I won't accept quitting. I won't accept losing. I won't accept just because I don't know something that is evidence that I need to stop. No, maybe there's something I need to learn. So I decided to be someone who is inquisitive. I'm going to ask questions. I'll find the answers. And if someone tries to hinder me by withholding the answers from me, that's okay. I will get the answer somewhere else. My success is not determined upon any one person. My success is determined upon my decision. And I will get it. Because here's the interesting thing about making a decision. As soon as the decision is made internally, it's kind of like the circumstances, the situations, and the people all line up to give you exactly what you decided to go do. It happens to me every single time, every single time, every single time. And those people who tried to deter me got to watch me win without them. Isn't that interesting? Isn't that interesting? I can name a few right now, but I'm not going to be messy. Right? That you can't stop someone who has resolve. You cannot stop. Time is on my side. Doesn't matter how long. That's a gem. Write that down. Doesn't matter how long it takes. Now you want it as fast as possible, but guess what? The best things in life take time. I said this before previously. Whatever number you have in your mind, when you make that amount of money, you're going to get it and figure out the money is not what's going to fulfill you. It's not. Right? We want the money. Great. Yes, we do want the money. We're not delusional about it. Yeah, I want the money. I want it. I got the number in my mind. But the best part, once you get the money, you will realize the money wasn't the best part. The best part is the person you become during the journey, the person that you become in the midst of the process. That's why you got to enjoy the whole process. You got to enjoy the whole process. It's the memories that get created while you're on the path. And I'm telling you right now, I'm the guy that heard exactly what I just said and said, haha, yeah, okay, whatever. Let me see for myself. I'll be the judge of that. That was me. And you might be saying the same thing, but I'm telling you, I now have an elevated way of thinking. I have a new perspective, right? I want the money. Don't get me wrong. And I will get the number that's in my mind already done. But I'm not drunk off of success. When you get drunk off of success, you miss the whole purpose. Because you can get to the finish line and have the money and lose everything else. And then what's the point? That's why you got billionaires jumping off of bridges in 2008, jumping out of windows in 2008, ending it all when they thought the market was about to crash. And you're going to see that again. Once the market takes a downturn, people lose $100 billion overnight. You're going to see it again. Billionaires, unfulfilled people will start jumping out of windows again. Unfulfilled people who only focus on the finish line, and they'll lose it all. All the things that matter, right? You'll see it again on the news. That's why you have to understand. You got to be grounded on this path. It's the person that you become during the process that is the most rewarding part of it. It's the impact that you can make during the process while you're on the path. But like I said, a line needs to be drawn in the sand. There has to be certain things that you just will not accept anymore. What won't you accept? I'm not negotiating with myself. I don't need anybody to tell me, Charles, you like I don't need anybody to correct me. I correct myself. I don't need anybody to push me. I don't need to be pushed. My goals propel me. I don't need, like, if I'm working with somebody and we're working together, we're making money together, and that person falls off, this train don't stop moving. You just you rolling off the side of the embankment while the train's still moving. I'm on the train. I'm not stopping. You fell off. What do you want me to do? I'm still moving. Every single time I'm working with somebody and they fall off, and then 2, 3, 4 years pass, and then they come back and look, oh damn, he's still moving. Yeah, I ain't stopping. What you thought? And I'm look better and doing better than I was previously when you stopped. Why stop? Watch this. Why start and then stop? Why start in the first place if you're going to stop? Think about it. Why start and then stop? It's not in your best interest to stop. You watch this. When you started, you made sacrifices, right? You made money, right? You had some pain that you went through, right? You had pain that you went through when you were on the path. And you mean to tell me you're going to go through all of that for nothing? Why stop? Nah, I need the end of that. I need the end of that. I need to see what I need the reward for that pain and those sacrifices. I need the reward. I have to. And when you get on this path, when you make that real decision to win, and those sacrifices start piling up, that pain starts piling up, there is a point of no return. You should get to that point of no return as fast as possible, because that's when it really gets real. Like, oh, nah, I can't stop now. I can't stop now. I can't. I got to see the end of this. I got to get the reward. I didn't do all of this for nothing. I didn't do all of this for nothing. I got to see the end of it. I have to. I've sacrificed a lot to get to this point. I've experienced too much pain not to get a result at this point. Draw the line. Draw the line in the sand. Make the sacrifices. There is no elevation without sacrifice. Yeah, it's going to be painful. Some relationships, some of the people you love the most, they in your face telling you, I don't want to go. They're telling you through their actions, I don't care what you're doing, I don't want to go. And some of y'all will be like, you'll sacrifice your own success to stay right there with them. Not me. I'm out. I'm gone. New levels. New levels, no devils. It's not a new devil. It's not a new devil at every level. Stop accepting what other people say. No. New levels, new blessings. New levels, new information, new relationships. They don't want to go. Leave them. They grown. You can't drag somebody to success. No. If they don't want to go, they don't want to go. More money, more problems? No, not more money, more problems. More money, more resources to solve problems faster. More money, more resources. I'm not dragging nobody. All the people that's with me, we running. We running together. We're winning together. Right? At some point, I stop. Like, people around me, my students, all my students are my friends. All my students are money makers. We winning together, right? Watch this. There are some people over the years that I'll tell them what the moves I'm making, what I'm focused on, what's coming. And then I get quiet and I stop saying it. The focus never changed. I just stopped talking about it. Because some people don't believe it until they see it. And that's a huge mistake. Don't be that type of person. Seeing is not believing. That's such a big lie. Seeing is not believing. The process really starts with believing. When you believe, then you'll see. You got to draw that line in the sand. When you believe, then you'll see. For the people who think seeing is believing, once they see, it's too late. The opportunity has passed. It's too late. You missed the opportunity in the greatest period of time possible. What won't you accept? I'm not negotiating with myself. I don't care how big the goal seems in the moment when you set the goal. The goal is not really that big. It's from your current vantage point, from your current perception, the goal might look big, but it's really not that big. I told you, you're going to get to the finish line and you're going to have a few thoughts. You're going to think, what took me so long to get here? Why didn't I do this sooner? When you really start understanding how winning works, you're going to be kicking yourself that it took you so long to grow into the type of person that can have the high level of self-confidence and belief in yourself to do anything you set your mind to. And then you're going to look at yourself like, dang, what took me so long to actually get this? And you start hitting levels faster. Set the goal, execute, right? Start measuring, seeing your progress. All right, cool. Now you in the momentum. You get the goal. You get the feeling, you get the high, but that's not it. Then you set the next goal. You look up, oh, there's new levels. There's more I can get. That's what happened to me, right? When you set these goals, you get to $3,000 a month outside of a job. It feels good, but then you look up like, dang, $5,000 a month right there. All right, let me go get that. Go hit $5,000 a month, and it feels good. And then you look up, oh, dang, it's another level, $10,000 a month. Well, this $5,000 feel good. That's $1,250 every Friday, every week. That feels so good. Dang, $10,000 a month. I can get $2,500 a week. Cool, let's go get that. Go hit $10,000 a month. That $2,500 a week feels amazing. Oh my God. Ooh, this feels real good. Wait a minute. $25,000 a month? Let me go get that. $30,000 a month. $40,000 a month. $50,000 a month. That's the highest I ever hit. $50,000 a month. Feels so good. But then you look up, dang, $100,000 a month right there. Now to some people, you're thinking like, what? $50,000 a month? What? Some of y'all thinking $20,000, $10,000 a month. Ooh, if I got that, I'm telling you, you're going to get it, and then you're going to look up like, oh, it's another level right there. You're going to hit $100,000 a month. Look up. Oh, wow, there go $200,000 a month right there. I did 100. Why not go get 2? Get $200,000 a month. Dang, I can make $1 million every 2 months, $500,000 every month. It's right there. Watch this. As you're progressing, you're looking, and you got mentors around, and you're at $20,000 a month. Your mentor's at $100,000 a month, and you're like, dang, that looks real nice. He did it. I can do it. She did it. I can do it. See, that's what I'm saying. Comparison is the thief of joy. You shouldn't compare. You look to get inspired. You look to see that the level is actually attainable. It's not far from you. It's right there. You can get it. It's right there. It's right there. But you got to stop negotiating with yourself. selling yourself short, telling yourself what you can't do, doubting. There's like, for me, I won't accept doubt anymore. I don't let those thoughts permeate in my mind. I won't accept it. Doubt and faith, doubt and belief can't occupy the same space. You gotta cultivate this mind, protect this mind, right? You got to get to a place mentally where no, I won't accept the doubt. I won't accept mediocrity, average. Why be average when I can be great? Why be average when I can be great? And I don't care who else is losing. It doesn't matter to me. It doesn't matter to me. I don't focus on losing. I'm not having losing conversations. What if it doesn't work? Oh, don't ask me that question. I'll hang up on you. I got to get away from people like that. Well, what if it doesn't work? Hey, listen, you don't have to do it. Matter of fact, don't even start. Or if you do start, go work with somebody else. I don't entertain those thoughts. But trading is like gambling. You're right. You probably shouldn't do it. It's not my job to convince anybody of anything. I'm not really. Watch this. Don't confuse these talks as me trying to change you. I'm not trying to change you. This content is for those who are ready to receive it. Because if you think what I'm saying is wrong, you're right. It's wrong for you. You're right. But for some, you're looking for the shift in perspective. You're looking for the answers. You know something is wrong on the inside with the way you've been living life, what you've been taught your whole life, the information that you've received. You know there's something wrong with it. It just it doesn't sit right. You mean to tell me, watch this, I'm not making the amount of money I want to make, but you're trying to get me to go back to school to get another degree into debt so I can make more money? That's the path that you're telling me to trap? Do that sound right? Use your brain. Use your own reasoning. That don't sound right. That can't be the answer. I've seen too many people do that, and it doesn't work. That doesn't work. That can't be the solution. We are getting answers given to us from a world that no longer exists. That world existed in the 60s, 70s, maybe the 80s. That is no longer the solution. I shouldn't have to go into debt $80,000 to make more money. No, there's some things I just won't accept anymore. I'm not following bad information. I'm not doing that. Not doing it. So you got to draw that line in the sand. Use your God-given common sense. And don't reason with yourself. Don't negotiate with yourself. Don't accept life as it's been. You can live at a higher level. And it doesn't matter if nobody in your family got there. It doesn't matter if they're telling you that it's not possible. It doesn't. First of all, if you got people like that in your life, there might be a season of separation that needs to happen. Because no, I don't. Every word is a seed. Please pay close attention. Every word is a seed. And every thought you do not have to accept. Every paradigm is not yours to accept. That may be true for those people. Why are you doing that? That doesn't work for that. That stuff doesn't work. How do you know? Have you ever tried it? Like really done it at a high level? Because the people that are over here, they're winning at it. You might have not have made it, but those people over there, they figure something out. It's working for them. I need to go listen to them. Let me go listen to the people who is actually working for it and are actually elevated and are actually winning at it. I mean, these are common sense principles. Just because you got the same blood running through your veins doesn't mean they are all knowing in every area of life. They might be good in the area of marriage. Maybe they've been married 35, 40 years happily. But maybe they're not the right people to listen to when it comes to finances. Right? Maybe they're good at cultivating good family structure. Maybe they got a great family. But maybe, just maybe they're not good in this other area over here. You got to have different mentors for different areas of life. You can't just accept everything from everybody. And you have to have the wisdom to be able to see that, recognize it, and adjust accordingly. Love my mom. Love her. Love her. She's not the one to listen to in the area of finances. Can't. I wish I would have recognized it sooner, because some of the advice she gave me wasn't the right advice. Doesn't make her a bad mom. She taught what she could with the information she had at the time. Cool. Let me go figure out this thing for me and mine. And I did that. And now I'm elevated. And I'm helping other people elevate. Right? Maybe you should go focus on your credit. Good idea. Something you should actually focus on. Yeah. Yeah. This is all tied and connected to drawing a line in the sand and making a list of things you just will not accept. Because you can't. Because you can't. You can't accept it. And the life you have now, right? If you want more, you gotta leave it behind to get what you want. Nature abhors a vacuum. Trust me. What you leave behind, you will fill with something better. I promise you. That's how life works. But it takes dedication. You can't be lazy. Something you need to leave behind is being lazy. Something you need to leave behind is confessing that you're tired all the time. Oh, I'm so tired. Don't say that no more. It's a confession. You're tired because you say you're tired. You've given your mind an out. Oh, I'm so tired. You get off of work. Oh, I'm so tired. Stop saying that. This mind is a powerful thing. Tell it you're energized. I'm so energized. I'm always energized. Give it a reason to be energized. Set some goals. Your goals will propel you towards them when they're important enough to you, when they're big enough, when you have a strong enough reason why you must see that goal come to pass. I have to. I don't have a choice. 10 children, 10. All my 10 of my kids have 2 kids. I got 20 grandchildren. It stops with me. I'm the one. I'm the one in my bloodline that makes the sacrifice. I'll do it. I'll spend my life, my whole entire life, dedicated to making sure I build something that I can pass on to my legacy. I'll do it. Nobody did it for me, but I'll do it for them. No, I'm not looking for the handout. I'll build mine. I'll go get the information on the trust. I'll go and get the information on my life insurance policies. I'll go get the information on how I can set my life up to where my assets are always protected. I'll go get the information. I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. Listen, I come from a wealthy family. Nobody sat me down and taught this to me. I had to go get it. And I'm not looking for nobody to hand it to me. Fine. Cool. I'll get it myself. I'll go get it myself. Fine. Fine. It's all right. If I didn't come from a wealthy family must come from me. Line in the sand. Cool. At 26 years old, set a 30-year plan. By the age of 56, we're going to look up and we're going to see. We're going to see if I hit that number. We're going to see if it was worth it. I was willing to sacrifice 30 years on this. It's my life. I make the decision. It's mine. And can't nobody tell me I'm wrong. You can't tell me what's inside of me is incorrect. No, I'll do it. I'll do it. Happily, gladly. I'll do it for mine. I'll figure it out. And I did. I invested in the information over and over again. I got scammed for $20,000 happily and learned from it. That's that. I got scammed 3 times in my life. That was the biggest one. $20,000 didn't deter me one bit. I learned from it. I didn't blame the scammer. I blamed me for being thirsty. It was my fault. The signs were there. I take responsibility. I'm not letting somebody rob me of the opportunity to go higher. Nah, it doesn't stop. Okay, cool. They got me. I'm still going. I'm still going. Line in the sand. I hope y'all get it. What will you not accept from yourself any longer? Answer that question and mean it. This has been day 56, 90 days of value. 90 days of value. Y'all, if you like this one, you'll love the rest of them. You need to go back, listen to the other ones. I'm telling you, it's some powerful information. The mindset shifts that take place, they are leading you to higher places financially. You just got to understand it starts with how you think. It starts with how you approach things. How you approach things definitely has a very huge impression on where you go and how high you can go. It's the mindset shifts that start the illumination of these principles that it makes sense, and then you can start behaving differently, and when you behave differently you can get different results, right? So if you heard this and you're watching this on Facebook, you're watching the recording, type in the comment section, Charles, what are you doing? Show it to me. I'll show you how I'm elevating, how I'm helping other people around the world elevate. It doesn't matter where you're located. I got something for you. I can help you. I'm not going to give you the information and send you off to go do it by yourself. I'll actually do it with you. We'll do it together. So you have the responsibility to look at the information and make a decision if it's for you or not, right? Now, all you got to do is ask, and I will give you the information. If it makes sense to you, we'll work together, we'll win together. But if it doesn't, that's fine too. Not my job to sell you. I will not sell you. I won't convince you, right? You tell me no, that's no. Cool. I respect your no, right? It doesn't stop me from moving forward, but it's your responsibility to see if it's for you or not. Same thing. If you're watching this on YouTube, go to the description box, check it, contact me. I got the information right there. Powerful information. Contact me. I'll show you how what I'm doing really works. If it makes sense, doesn't matter where you are on the planet. We'll work together. We'll elevate together, right? If it doesn't make sense, tell me no. That's fine too, right? But ladies and gentlemen, I win, and I'm looking for other people to help, right? And like I said, it's 56 days straight of this powerful information. If you like this one, go back, watch the other ones, and I'm telling you, I promise you this, you watch me talk 56 times straight, you're not going to be the same. You can't listen to me and not believe in yourself. It's not going to happen. You can't listen to me and not get excited about your future. Not going to happen, right? I give impressions of increase. I give impressions of increase. I give impressions that you can go higher. That's all I do. You are not going to be around me and thinking that you can't. It's impossible, right? It's impossible. I win and the people around me win, right? This has been day 56. Tomorrow, 12 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, day 57. It's going to be just as powerful. Let me go take a peek at what I'm going to be talking about on day 57. On day 57, what do you think? Day 57. Tomorrow. Oh, it's going to be real good. Don't miss it. Don't miss it. Day 57 is going to be powerful. All right, this is what I tell people. Listen, I really mean this. If I can help you change your perspective, even if it's just a little bit, that's evidence that I can help you change your life. I stand on that. See you tomorrow, day 57. Peace.